Ooh, excuse me. What was I just saying? Oh yeah, all right, cut this out. Okay. Hello and welcome to WTF, where we help you transform food in your kitchen. I'm Janie.
And I'm Roman.
And on this channel, we talk about unique ingredients, techniques, and show you new recipes for your kitchen. And today we are doing, I would say, a very fun take on a very classic in honor of St. Patrick's Day. We are showing you how to make a corned beef Wellington. But it's a lot more than just shoving corned beef in place of the beef tenderloin. So stick around and watch as Roman walk you through what's going to make this Wellington stand out St. Patrick's Day or any other day of the week. All right, let's get right into it. First of all, let's talk about what makes our corned beef Wellington different from a traditional beef Wellington.
Well, first thing is we are not going to use puff pastry as a wrapping for our Wellington.
Okay.
And that's the biggest difference. We are going to make a chicken farce with some brioche crumbs in it, and that's going to act as our wrapping for our Wellington.
Yeah.
Which makes it completely different. This is great because I'm also going to add color to it. The whole thing was for me to add a little bit of color, some nice, beautiful St. Paddy's Day green to this Wellington, and I couldn't figure out how to do it using the puff pastry mold, so I had to come up with this concoction, which is actually an awesome idea if I do say so myself, into this wrap that we've made. It's very easy. You can do it at home, even if you don't have this awesome mold. But if you really want to make it,
well, people are
really
asking
beautiful.
where we got the mold, so we're going to drop that link in the description if you're interested in the mold.
But you can do it without the mold if you don't need to. That will also be in the recipe. So let's just start because this is very simple, very easy.
Okay.
Right here I have some chicken. We're going to go into our food processor.
And I know some people are out there like, this sounds gross. I will say we had some taste tests here in the test kitchen from people who did not know that it was in puff pastry, and they did not know that it was not puff pastry.
You will not know the difference that this is puff pastry.
Well, what's that? Okay.
This is some heavy cream.
Okay.
Egg white, sour cream, a little tang, spinach for our color.
Yep. If you're like, I don't want to do spinach, you can use spirulina for color.
Exactly. And I am going to give this a spin. Just a couple of pulses, just to combine everything together. And then I'm going to scrape the sides down to get everything back down into the bottom. And I'm going to mix our Moo Glue with our salt.
And Moo Glue being the binder that's going to hold everything together.
And I'm going to put that right on top. And a couple more pulses to combine everything together. We'll get everything down to the bottom one more time. And this time I'm just going to turn it on and we're going to let it go for about 1 minute. All right. After your minute, you want to throw in your breadcrumbs. You can use brioche crumbs or you can just use regular breadcrumbs if you wish. The brioche definitely adds a buttery flavor to the wrapping.
Yeah.
Yes. Just get that again, making sure you have everything together. So we'll just get everything down to the bottom, and we'll mix it for another minute. All right, now that is nicely mixed. And so we're gonna go ahead and scoop this into our pad, and we're just gonna spread that out as evenly as we can.
Yeah, and if you're one of our keto viewers and you're like, oh my God, that is so close to keto, how do I make it keto? All you have to do is sub out breadcrumbs for pork rinds. And you might find you have to play with the ratio a little bit to get the right combination, but it's as close to a 1-to-1 as we can get. All right, and you said if people don't have a mold, they can do this as well. What do you recommend for people who don't have a mold? I
recommend using a freezer bag or maybe a vacuum seal bag if you happen to have a vacuum sealer. Pretty easy, works the same way.
So you're just looking to make a nice flat sheet that's about.
We just want this to be even.
Okay.
And so.
Any particular thickness, like an eighth, a quarter?
Actually, I've weighed this out to this recipe is total weight is about 350 grams, and so I've weighed this out to 155. Excuse me. What was it? Whatever half of that is. Excuse me. Whatever half of that is.
170?
177.
Yeah,
I think I did
177.
176
Okay.
actually the way I did it. And so that's all you're looking for to do is to get that nice and flat.
Okay.
You want to let that rest in the fridge, and the next day we'll come out and we'll roll our corned beef.
Okay, so you don't cook this first.
No, that's the beauty.
Whoa,
That's
okay.
the beauty of it. You don't cook it so that, you know, when you unmold it and you wrap it in the corned beef, you can cook them together.
Okay, we'll be right back.
All right, so we have our mold already done, all cured or set. And look at that.
That is so cool.
That is beautiful. It's awesome. So cool. All right.
Power of meat glue.
Yep. So we'll just lay that down right here. I have some cabbage that I cooked in some chicken stock to give
Okay.
it some nice flavor. We're
It's
just
gonna be our prosciutto.
Yep.
Yeah,
So we're just gonna
nice.
lay that down here. All right, and then we're gonna take our corned beef loin. We do have a recipe in the blog on curing your corned beef, or you can just go to the store and buy already cured corned beef to make it easier for yourself. All right, we're just gonna put that down right here, actually right in the center. And I'm gonna fold it over. Just like so. And I'm gonna lift it up, make sure that the seams are crossed.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of like almost like a package.
Yeah, like a little burrito almost.
Yep, exactly. I'm just gonna roll that in there. Same with that. Now, this is gonna act like an adhesive. So what you need to do is you just need to give it a little bit of pressure when you're rolling it,
Okay.
and the wrapping should adhere to itself. So we're just gonna make it really tight.
Very cool.
Just like that. And then we're gonna probably give it about 5-6 minutes. Make sure that's nice and tight, and it's gonna seal itself, and then we're gonna bake it.
I love this because you can make like burritos like this.
You actually could. You could
Oh my God,
actually
we should
legit.
totally make
we should. That'd
we
be
should
awesome.
Make keto burritos.
You know what? I didn't even think about that, but yes, we can.
See?
All right. That's a great idea. Oh, that would be beautiful. Or maybe even a chimichanga. Imagine frying this.
Ooh. Okay. If
we'll-
you want to see that,
I'll work on both.
let
We'll
us
work on
know.
both. Let us know.
Let
I'd
us know
love
if
to
you
do
wanna
that. It'd
see
be
it.
so awesome. All right. So a little pressure on the sides, on
Okay.
the seams. Got the seam on the bottom. And then we're going to unwrap this. We're going to put this in the oven. 325 degrees for 45 to 46 minutes, depending. You want to get it to about 135 degrees center and let it rest. It'll come up to 145, which is exactly where you want it at.
All right, and we have this gorgeous, gorgeous corned beef Wellington that we're about to slice into and taste. But before we do that, I want to take this opportunity to do this week's ingredient highlight, which is going to be a Moo Gloo RM, which is the secret ingredient keeping everything together here. So Moo Gloo, if you're a longtime Modernist Pantry viewer, Kitchen Alchemy follower, you know that it is the secret ingredient in so many recipes that bonds proteins together. Whether you're making bacon wrapped scallops, you're making, in this case, a fancy Wellington. It's in tons of keto, gluten-free recipes. Lots of opportunities to use meat glue to transform your food. Check it out on the blog, blog.modernistpantry.com. A lot of recipes, videos, everything about how do you use meat glue and how do you transform food.
All right, look at that. That looks great. So let's cut into this.
Ooh, that's so pretty.
Nice.
It's pink
That's very
and green. It's St. Patrick's Day-ish, but it's also unexpected and
Look at that.
beautiful.
That's beautiful.
All right. What would you plate this with at the restaurant?
I would plate it. I would go traditional, and I would do mashed potatoes, and I would do carrots. I mean, you can't get any more traditional than that for a beautiful corned beef.
I can see it with braised cabbage. I would say traditional sides with this.
Yep.
And you get your colorful plate full of lots of different, I guess, for potatoes, and it's very, very yellow. But
All right, let's
okay.
try some of that.
All right, look how
All right.
pretty this is.
That is
right?
beautiful. Cabbage in there, like nice. All right, let's try it. Tastes like a delicious corned beef dinner to me. all the makings, all the trappings. The meat is nicely cured. The wrapping has great flavor.
It's got that salt
Yep.
that you're looking
Yes,
for.
exactly.
It has like this really like nice. It's hard to describe the texture of the outside.
Yeah,
but
it
it's
is
kind
a
of
little
like
bit.
almost. It's like a buttery. I don't want to call it a puff pastry because that's giving me the wrong impression.
Yeah,
but it's like a buttery, like doughy wrapping.
Yeah.
I would not have guessed that this is meat. Actually, I would have just thought, oh, it's like a dough wrap.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's
Right?
like. I think the buttery flavor that you're getting is a lot from the brioche crumbs, which is why, I mean, you can use whatever breadcrumbs you want to use, but brioche crumbs just, you know, it's made with butter, with a good amount of butter, so it adds that really buttery, soft texture. to
Yeah,
it.
very flavorful, lots of depth, very complex.
Yes, very complex.
I think this would be great on like a St. Patrick's Day plate or any day plate.
Actually, any plate would be delicious, to be
Yeah,
honest
but
with you.
this is such a fun recipe to try. We hope you like it. Get the links in the description below. Let us know what you think. And remember, you can check out all our recipes on our blog. And until next week, from the Modernist Pantry Test Kitchen, I'm Janie.
And I'm Roman.
And we transform
Food.